Afternoon, boys and girls, hope you're all well. I just come down Oulton Broad for a few hours bream fishing. Never fished it before, but it looked quite a nice place. Obviously big old park behind us and everything. Look a bit moist down here. Obviously the tide's been up and it's all gone green and nasty, but yeah, didn't look too bad. Just set the box up and got both rods out, well, and cast like to set up. I'm now gonna give it a feel around with the old marker float. Yeah, I know it's carp fishing. I've never fished here before. I don't know what the depth's like. I ain't got a clue. So what I'm gonna do, get out the old marker float, have a little bit of a cast around and see what the bottom's like. Well, I got a bit of ground bait mixed up. That's a bit lumpy. The old match anglers will hate this. And even worse, it's been in the freezer. I was going to go the other day and in the end I didn't bother going, so I stuck it in the freezer. Sacrilege, eh? The old match anglers here would hate that, but ayo, is what it is. It's only for a fair old bream. I'm not in any matches. All it is, some scalding pellet, some brown crumb, some chicken pellets and some corn. I did put a spoonful of black food dye in it just to bring it down. That's lovely, and I was going to go on the clear water, but obviously this water here is like mud, so I don't really need it. But listen to the match boys, they're probably crying after hearing what's in this ground bait. Ain't no posh stuff what you lot use. Well, you see the rig is very basic, just the swim feeder, main line going for a rung ring, little rubber bead and a swivel. And I've actually used my Guru hook length boxer once. Look at them bad boys. Just little, they're a bit big for what most match anglers would like, but when you're getting 3, 4, 5 pound bream, I find they're perfect. It's got a size 12 micro barbed hook with a little hair on it. I only made 4 up, amateur. 2 of them at 300mm, another 2 at 250mm. Well, I'm going to put the long ones on tonight, or longer, 300mm. I think they'll be ideal for here. Look, even got my old hair stops. I just baited up. Look at that. Who would want to eat that? Everyone. Lovely. Perfect hook bait. I know the hook's a little bit big, but I've got no problem using big hooks for bream. You think how many bream I caught when I was carp fishing? I caught huge bream and lots of them using size 6 hooks. They got no problem with taking them. But let's get that old feeder baited up and get this cast out. That's about 40 yards, 30 yards out. That's 9 foot. It's a good depth of water here. Bring it back a little bit. Soft with a bit of gravel here and there. Yeah, and I'm now about 20 yards out. That's still 8 foot deep, so much point there. Oh, come on, swan. Nope. Swan just swam right over my braid was. Swan. far it's not like only about 10 yards out, that's still 7 foot deep. So there's no need for distance fishing, is there? And the rod length's out, it's about 4 foot. Alright, that's not conventional to do this. I brought it in from carp fishing, but I've got to say, that's quick and at work. Well, if you look at here, in the margins, 4 foot, rod length out, 7 foot, and it looked pretty flat for up to about 30-40 yards out. All about 8 foot deep, so there's no point in distance fishing. Might as well put a bit of feed in 20 yards out and let them come to me, really. Just having a few casts, put a bit of ground bait in. I ain't going far, only got about 20 yards out. I can't see the point in casting miles. Well, there's a good depth of water. And again, I've never fished it before, so I could be totally wrong. I don't know anyone's noticed, but there's a hell of a lot of wind here. It's blowing 20 mile, 25 mile an hour easterly. So I'm getting a hell of a side wind that way. I should have been even worse and brought my spud, shouldn't I? I've really got the old Mac tank going. Or even my bait boat. I'm just going to give it a few more casts and put a bit more bait out. When I finish bait now, about a dozen swim feeders full. Not a huge amount, but as I've never fished it before, just getting a rough feel. That should be enough, bit of a spread, say probably 10 yard by about 5 yard deep spread. So I'll get 2 rods in nicely and that'll be alright. Who knows, eh? Give it a go. Well, I just changed around direction slightly. When I was fishing straight out, that wind was hitting the old quivers and arrow all over the place. Now I've turned around. So basically the rods are 90 degrees to where the hook baits are. It's a lot easier to see. That's just so much hard work before. Oh, I got a bit of a tap there on one of the rods. Of course, a lot better now I've got that brolly up. That's bloody freezing. Get the brolly up, get settled, have a nice cup of coffee. Well, I've got sun in the eyes at the minute, but sometimes just got to put up with that. That's life. I should have put sunglasses. Well, the old hair rig ain't quite going to plan. Every time I reel in, there's nothing left, and that ain't a good sign to me. That sounds something like roach or something and not whittling that or hitting it and knocking it until the bait come off. That's not a good sign. Well, to combat that, then a slightly different approach. One bit of corn is on the hook as it traditionally is, and I'll put one bit of corn on the hair, but I've gone through sideways, as you can see, horizontally for it. Alright, it's not perfect, but that'll do the job. let's get this baited up and get it back out again. Yeah, that probably weren't the best day to come with this bloody gale of wind, because bite detection is absolutely poop. You see there's a hell of a lot of wind there, and I've got the tips tightened up a hell of a lot, and they're bouncing around like hell, so yeah, it's very hard to see any bites. Obviously got small fish whittling away the corn, because every time I reel in there ain't no corn left. Hopefully them bream will move in as it get dark and push the small fish off. Well, the sun's starting to go down. Look at a lovely sunset, isn't it? Ever so picturesque. There's a lot of gulls now come off the water and flying about and all thereafter. Whether they're going to roost somewhere, I don't know. But what a lovely evening. Just what a few fish, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? It's been very quiet so far. No bream for me. I should fish on. Have a next. Woo. This fish is a hard one. Christ. Been here a couple of hours. Not seen nothing. And finally got one. Slippery little bugger. In the lip. Not a bad skimmer. Happy with that. Don't know what you can see it on the camera, but that'll do. God. That was a hard one. Couple of hours I've been here. That's the first fish I had. Well, I'll get this baited up and get that back out. Well, let's hope they're started feeding now. I was thinking to pack up and go home. I've been here a couple of hours and then had a fish. Oh, I've been getting little taps from the old roots and that sort of thing. But I had no skimmers or anything, and that's nice to finally get one. I'm starting to get like a bit downhearted sort of thing, but let's hope we get a few more now. Once you get a fish, you feel excited, don't you? Well, I had that one little skimmer about 3/4 of an hour ago and had nothing since. I was just speaking to another angler next to me, and he had 2 tonight, and he said it ain't fishing very well. He said a few nights ago he said that was fishing really well, but tonight that ain't. So I think I'm now going to pack up and call it a night. Well, sorry there weren't that much fish, but it is what it is. And if a local angler had, and he had 2 tonight when he normally get loads, that'd tell you something, doesn't it? Because you ain't going to beat a local angler on your first night down here, are you? Well, hope you enjoyed watching it. I'll catch you all later. Have fun.